welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Wyoming Cowboys and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Nebraska is looking for that season to get over the hump. Matt Rule has done a good job there in Nebraska, but at 7-6 last year, a disappointing end to the season. Not only that, they lost their quarterback in the transfer portal. We'll see if the Cornhuskers can get back to national relevance with a stronger finish to the season this year. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The run inside. It's Harris. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well stick with him. Got a little grass. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the move, it's Harris. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They'll send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Hughes. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Makes the grab. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. And the Cowboys are flying down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The Cowboys will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And all defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for a loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
The sure hands, it's Richardson. Tripped up for the tackle.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the 3rd down very manageable.
And the Cowboys kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Pocket breaking down. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. So Nebraska's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Ja'Cory Barney Jr. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. You just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most human...
Makes the grab in their space. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
High the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Cornhuskers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Hunter. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Finds a little space. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Huskers will hustle to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the
got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mustard and Brown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And they're able to make the tackle.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
This time they'll go to the running game. Picks up the 1st down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Huskers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Caught in the backfield. It's Barney. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Look, as an offense, you're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that 3rd down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
It'll be 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Bought a little time, lets it go. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Just feeds the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
That gives him 54 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one, and so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the...
There he goes. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll go back to the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To the air. It's Calandria. Here's the pressure. Got his man to the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The option, he'll keep it. Hard running there. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Buys a little extra time. Nice move to keep running. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Cornhuskers look to keep this drive humming. Off play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Nelson.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again, this time a 43-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David. Oh, he's got some space. He now has 85 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. To the ground, he's got it again. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Third and short from the 49. Is this four-down territory? Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Solid run on the last play, sets this offense up on first down. Scanning the field, it's Hughes. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to the big tight end. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the catch. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Got his man on the right. Tried to find a seam for more, but a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. They're dealing with a second and long. Sends it back in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. They're working that left side. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Rushes on him, takes a hit as he fires. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Hughes. Under fire. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on third and long. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This time he's got his man. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got it in the middle. It's Nelson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute.
Snags it, and he's open. Touchdown, Husker! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Hughes. Caught on the left side by Wilson. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Looking left. That pass is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Wyoming.
The Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Makes the catch. It's Holman. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Half time as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start our coverage with Auburn, taking on the number 10 team, the Oklahoma Sooners.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Fires on the move. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. The Huskers send out the punt unit. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. He now has 108 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Makes the catch. It's Richardson. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. And the Cowboys, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Right on the money. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Cowboys have moved it inside the 20. Running the red zone, it's Harris. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Has it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Cowboys!
How about that drive they just put together to tie this football game up? That is exactly what we talked about in the half. Like, coaches circled them up. First drive, set the tone, tie this ball game up. That is great execution out of halftime.
Yeah, David, it looked like they really had a good plan, too. Obviously made some adjustments there at halftime, things that they would come out and try to attack this defense with, and it looks like they found something here, and that is a perfect way to start the second half. Now an opportunity here to take the lead.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding leverage. I can't let that fast sucker get outside of me towards the sidelines. Nice job expanding with him and then going and making a tackle. One of the hardest things to do in football is tackle guys in the open field. Great job going and getting him on the ground.
And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. Let's see what he can do with it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Wyoming takes over the football and the Cowboy offense on its way out. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. And the Cowboys have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll go right back to the run. There's a crease. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
They go to the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Harris.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Harris. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. The give from the gun. Got enough for the first. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And that one will give him the lead.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running inside, it's Harris. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Keep it on the ground. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. As we head to the 4th quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There's some room. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. He's going to take off. Breaks into the open. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Back to throw, it's Hughes. Oh, they're after him.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't.
Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Cowboys vault back on top.
Man, this is wild late in the game. We're seeing 2 heavyweight fighters trading blows. The offense scores their last time out. This offense now scores a touchdown here late to get the lead, but there's time left on the clock. Can the defense step up here and make a stop to preserve this win?
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Finds a tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Under fire. It's caught downfield. At midfield, he's got room. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to keep it in the air. That's caught. It's Hunter. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Husker. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. The Cornhuskers punch back. Here comes the 2-point try. The give. Just couldn't nudge it across for the 2-point conversion. They had hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the 4th. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wyoming's offense heads out to get this drive started. But they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Snags it, and there's running room. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Harris. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Hughes. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. Yeah, I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this 4th down and move the sticks.
Turns it on in midfield. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Holden. Maybe some room here.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
And the Cowboys back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Going to the run, it's Holman. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You need points to win this game, but it's a good sign that your offensive line is firing off the ball here late and getting some push. That was a really good-looking run late in this one.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using his legs, it's Holman. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now, so take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Cowboys fall back on top.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He stopped right at the 35, almost found a little room for a big return, but they get him on the ground right there. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He wants a big play here late. It's incomplete, a last gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, Guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.